of the third chapter, that is square, square root, and cube root. Okay, because in Aya and Abraham, I think they haven't covered this chapter, right?
No, ma'am, I joined from chapter 8, I think.
Yes, he joined from chapter 8. Abraham also joined from chapter 8. So that is why. Every from which chapter did you join?
Ma'am, from chapter 6 I joined.
Chapter 6 I joined. You joined. Okay. Yes.
Ma'am, I think I joined from 7 or 8, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I
You
think
joined from.
before the holidays, it was chapter 7, right, ma'am? Because I joined it for like 1 week before the holidays. So that was chapter 7, I think.
Okay, yes. That was, I think yours was the ratio and proportion chapter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's when you joined. Anyways, so that's why I'm just taking small backup classes to give you guys a run through of the previous chapters also, so that it will be helpful during your exam so that you can get a better understanding. Right. So today we will quickly revise third chapter, that is square root and cube root. Okay, and can you guys tell me what you guys know about square root and cube root?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Abraham. You wanna tell me?
Ma'am,
Mm-hmm.
square root is like multiplying something into itself. Like, um,
Okay, right.
for example, 4 square, it will be 16.
Very good. Multiplying a number by itself. That's good. Suppose Naya mentioned we do 4 square. So it will be multiplying 4 times, which will come to 16.
16.
Yes, very good. So that is what squares are. Okay. And we see that in this table, some examples of them are given. Some like up till 20, it's given the squares. Okay, so when we multiply a number with itself, it is known as the square. Okay, we are doing the square. Yeah. So find the square of the following. Okay, suppose in this example, 27 is given. We have to find its square. So we do 27 times 27. Find its square. We will get 729. Okay, so like this, we multiply the number by itself to get its square. Okay, so you can try out in this question 3.1. Okay, then square of natural numbers. Let us consider square of natural numbers. Okay, now what happens, guys? Square of an even number is always an even number, and square of an odd number is always an odd number. Okay, suppose 3. 3 is an odd number. Okay, if I do the square of 3, that is 3 into 3, I will get an odd number. Okay, but if I take an even number, suppose 10 is an even number. If I do it square, I'll do 10 into 10, I'll get 100, which is even number. Okay, so square of odd number is an odd number always, and square of even number is always an even number. Okay, then let's move forward. So you guys can try out index questions 3.2 also. Okay, no need to do everything in one day. Slowly, you can do it. Okay, then like you just have to identify which numbers have odd numbers as a square, which numbers have even numbers as a square. Okay, very simple it is. Then we have square root. Okay, now square root of a number a is that number which, when multiplied by itself, gives number a as a product. Okay, And this symbol is used to denote a square root. Okay, suppose if I have 36 written here, means that it will be, answer will be 6. Okay, how? Because when I do 6 into 6, when I will do 6 into 6, I will get 36. Okay, so this is what it's telling us. This is the sign that we use to denote square root. Okay, then now see, square root of any negative number cannot be found. Every number has two square roots, one of which is positive and another one is negative. Okay, suppose, for example, 9 I take. Okay, now 9 can have two square roots. Okay, 9 and minus 9.
Ma'am,
Both. Yes, okay.
ma'am is
Oh,
3
sorry,
and
my
minus
3, 3,
3.
3, 3, 3. Yes, yes, yes. 3 and minus 3, both. How? If I do 3 into 3, I will get 9. If I do minus 3 into minus 3, I will get 9 because minus minus is plus. Okay, so in both the cases, I'm getting the same thing, 9. So I can say that every number has two square roots, one positive square root and negative square root. The square root is same, but one is positive one, this is positive one, and the other one is negative one. Okay, because
Ma'am,
minus minus is plus. Yes, Arjun.
ma'am, to find the square, you just have to take the absolute value of the number. You don't need plus and minus. Just find the square of a number.
Yes, you can directly take the absolute value, or even if you put negative, it will ultimately become positive. Okay, but most cases, when we operate, we just use the absolute value, means that the number itself, okay, without any sign. Okay, then finding a square root of a perfect square by factorization method. So two methods are there, and I'm going to discuss both of them. Okay, let me just share the whiteboard. So I hope my whiteboard is visible.
It's showing loading, ma'am.
Still loading. To find square root,
Yes, ma'am, now it's visible.
yes, two methods are used. Okay? Two methods are used. First is known as factorization method. Second is known as division method. Okay, division method. Now, now see guys, I'm having factorization method and division method both. Okay, so we will see both the methods in detail. Okay, we will study about factorization method and we will study about division method. This is similar to HCF. Okay, this is quite similar to HCF, and this is newer. This is newer for you. Okay, so let's take a look at them. I'm clearing the screen.
Ma'am, don't clear the screen.
Okay, you can write it now.
Thank you.
Okay. Just let me know once you are done, okay? Please don't make shapes on the screen.
I'm copying, ma'am.
Copy. Okay. So let's check out factorization method first. Let's take an example. Suppose I have to find out the root of 625. Okay, so write it down. 625. Okay, now 625. It's not divisible with 2 because it's odd number at the end. Is it divisible with 3? Add up the digits and
No,
check
ma'am.
out. No. Then it will be divisible with 5. So 5 we will take. Okay. 1, so 2, so, and 5. Then 5 again. 2 and 5, 5. 5. 5s are 25. 5. 1s are 5. Okay, so I have 1 at the end, means the factorization is done. Now what we will do, we will list the factors, that is 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. We will make the pairs, this 5 and this 5, this 5 and this 5. From this pair and this pair, we will take 115 out. That is 5 into 5. So my square root is 25. Okay, that is, if I do 25 into 25, I will get what? 625. Okay, I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am. Done,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, Abraham, is it clear?
Ma'am, can you explain me the last part, please?
The last part. Okay, see, what I did after I have done this part, factorization, we will list out the factors. Okay, write the factors. Okay, then because we are doing a square root, we will make pairs of two numbers. Okay, means that 5 and 5, we will take one pair, 5 and 5, another pair. Now from each pair, we will take out one 5. Okay, that is from 5 and 5, we took out one 5. From this pair, 5 and 5, we took out another 5. Multiply them together and we will get 20. Okay, just like this one.
Ma'am,
Clear?
basically you have to make two pairs and then take out from that two pairs one number. Ma'am, they can
Yes.
be ma'am, they can be any one number from the two pairs, right?
Yes. Okay, if it's coming like 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So I'll make pair of 2 and 2, make pair of 3 and 3. Then take out 1, 2 from this pair and 1, 3 from this pair, multiply 6. Okay, like this. Okay, copy. Shall I clear the screen?
Ma'am, for which number is this? 2 into 2 and 3 into 3?
This is for 36.
36.
Okay.
Yes, because square root of 36 is 6. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, so done.
Ma'am, 1
Copy.
minute. Ma'am, can you give me a minute? Still right.
Yes. No problem.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, another question is that what if I have like if I want to find the square root but I have more than two numbers, more than two pairs.
More than two pairs means like this.
Yes, ma'am.
Then you will take out common from this one also. Okay, and then multiply them. Okay, then you take out common from this one also, and then multiply that too. Okay. Okay, so shall we move forward now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Let's take out one more example. Let's try out one more example. Okay. 324. First, do factorization. 324. Okay. Let's start the factorization with 2. Okay, so 2, because it's ending with an even number, so we have started with 2. Okay, 1, 2, 6, and 12, and 2 twos are. Then again with 2 we can do 8s are 16, and 2 1s are 2. Now 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 is divisible with 3, so 81 will be divisible with 3. Okay, 2 and 7. Okay, then 27, 7 plus 2, 9. Again, it will be divisible with 3, so 3.
9s, ma'am.
9 and 3. 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, and 3 1s are 3. Okay, so now we have 2 into
Ma'am?
2 into 3 into 3. Yes,
Ma'am, the answer is 18.
yes, the answer is 18. List out the factors. Now make pairs. That is 2 into 2, one pair, 3 into 3, one pair, 3 into 3, another pair. Take out 1 1 from each of them. 2 into 3 into 3. Okay, multiply them. 3 2s are 6, and 6 3s are 18. So my answer is 18. Okay, if I do 18 times 18, I will get 324. Okay, hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. Abraham, is it clear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, it's clear. Ma'am, it's clear.
Oh, okay, great. Rhythm?
No, ma'am.
No problem. Done now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now I'm starting with the next method. Okay, that is
But I have one question, ma'am, with this method.
yes.
You know what if when I'm doing this method, ma'am, I
What
land
is
up
the
with I land up with like an odd, like an odd number of digits, then how do I group it?
Then how do you group it? You take the odd numbers also in the multiplication.
No, ma'am, like here we landed up with six digits. But what if I land up with 7 digits? Then how will I group it in pairs of 2?
Okay. Edric, you want to explain him?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, the division method is only that I struggled, ma'am.
We will do it in an easy way. Okay. Do you want to answer Abraham's doubt?
Ma'am, can I try?
Yes, Anaya, you can try.
So if we have seven digits, then we will take the first three pairs of the digits and take one number each, and then the seventh digit that is alone, we will take that number, and then we will multiply the three pairs into that single number. Is that right, ma'am?
Yes, Anaya. Very good. Okay, Abraham. First, you take the pairs, one out of each pair, and then that single number which is left, you take that also and multiply. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Now, division method we will learn. Okay. Please understand this carefully. This is important. Okay. And let's take an example. Suppose let's try with 576. 576. Okay. So see guys, now what I will do, first step is make pairs. Okay, this is step one. Start from unit place, means from the back. Okay, from unit place and make pairs of two. Make pairs of two. Okay, so 7 and 6. That is unit places from this side. Okay. So I will make a pair of 7 and 6. 7 and 6 like this. Okay. And 5, because I don't have whole numbers, so 5 will be single. Okay. 7 and 6 will be one pair and 5 will be single. Okay. This is my first thing that I need to do. Then this is the format that we use for division method. 576. Okay. And one more thing, when we are starting it, we will use only perfect squares. Okay. What are perfect squares? I will write. Perfect squares is 2 square of 2, then square of 3, square of 4, square of 5, square of 6, square of 7, square of 8, 9. Okay. That is 1 second. Okay. So now, what square should I take out of these, which will be either equal to or smaller than 5? Okay, smaller
Ma'am,
than
two
5. That
square.
is,
Ma'am,
yes,
4.
2 square, 4. Okay. So 2 square, because I'm taking, so 1, 2 I will write here, 1, 2 I will write here. Okay, and 4 I will write here. Now subtract 5 minus 4,
1.
1. Okay, now see, next step. Okay, this is first step is start and make pairs. Second step was you guys need to take such a square that is either equal to or smaller than the number which you are dividing. Okay, then next step is this number that you've written here. this number, you will add to the side. Okay, and here. Okay, so I will do plus 2 here. Okay, and then here it becomes 4. Okay, here it becomes 4. And there is one place left here. Okay, one place is left here. Now, remember in step 1 what we did? We made pairs. So 76 is a pair. Why we make pairs? So that we can bring them together down. Okay, so I will bring, because 76 is one pair, I will bring both 7 and 6 down together like this. 7 and 6 together. Okay, now after 4, what number should I put, which when I multiply with the whole thing, I will get 176. Okay,
Ma'am, you
how?
can 4.
Yes. Suppose if I do 43 into 3, okay, because see, the number you are putting here, it will be from 1 to 9, okay, or from like 0 to 9.
Ma'am, I
1
don't
from 9.
understand how
1,
you
why?
get 43 into 3.
I'll explain now. See, we are finding out the square root. Okay, so for that, we will put, and at this place, you will put a number from 1 to 9, which when you multiply this whole number with that number only which you are putting, you should get this inside number. Okay, you should get this inside number. This is the trick to it. So if I do 43, if I put 3 over here, so I have to multiply 43 with 3 only, because 3 I'm putting. So 43, I have to multiply with 3 itself. So 3 threes are 9 and 4 threes are, well, 129. It's smaller, so we will not take. Suppose if I put 4 here in this place, if I put 4, and because I'm putting 4, I'll multiply, it becomes 44. So multiply 44 with 4 again. Okay, 4 itself. So 44 into 4. Okay, 16, 1. Okay, 176 I have. Okay, so now I can put 4 here, and this 4, this number that you put here, you will put at the top also. You will put this 4 at the top also. Write 176, subtract it, and 0. Okay, this is how we do with division method. Okay,
It's very
see, and
confusing,
then
ma'am.
it's confusing, yes, but we will practice a couple more questions, and then I'll give you guys some questions to practice. And then with practice, it will become clear. Okay, with practice, it will come. See, now what I was saying, yes, if it is mentioned in the question that use division method, find out the square root using division method, that time you have to follow this method. Okay, if it is not given in the question, if it says find the square root, you can easily do with the factorization. Okay, the HCF wala factorization method you can use. That's easier. Okay. But if the question says specifies to use division method, that time we people are going to use this division method. Okay. Written till here?
Ma'am, I could not understand everything.
You could not understand. One more I will explain, Abraham. Okay. In the whole
Ma'am,
detail. Yes.
Ma'am, I understood till here this part, but now I cannot. And I understood this part, but I cannot understand why did you plus the two.
Why did we plus the two? See, we add the two because this is the, like, this is how we do in this method. Okay, it's the requirement of the division method. When we are following the division method, you just add up the numbers on the top to the side also. Okay, you add up the top numbers that we are writing on the top to the side also to
So,
find out the square. find out the square root. Okay. Once again, I will explain another sum. Okay. If you've written this one, more examples I will explain. Same topic.
Ma'am, so is 24 into 4 into 24 the square root?
Yes. So it's 24 into 24. Okay.
I think the
Written into the
factorization method is easier.
yes,
Yes,
definitely the
ma'am. It's
factorization.
way
Yes,
easier.
ma'am, that one is easier than this.
Ma'am, this
Yes,
method looks
yes.
like it's meant for a
Higher level.
higher level.
Yes, definitely. The factorization method is easier. Okay, but this also we guys have to learn because it's there in our course. Okay, so we people have to learn it. So once again, I'll explain. I'm erasing this question. Okay, with one more question example I will take and I'll explain. See, in your exercise of this division method, up to 8-digit, 9-digit numbers are given. Okay, 8-digit, 9-digit numbers are given. Okay, of this method to solve it division method to solve it division. Okay, but don't do 8-digit and 9-digit numbers. We guys can only do till 6-digit numbers max. Okay, 6-digit numbers max we guys can follow. Okay, because that thing are like way too big and it will not it's not required to do with that high numbers. Okay, max till 6-digit. I'll teach you. Okay.
Is this in our index questions, ma'am, you're saying?
Yes, yes, this is in your in-text questions. Okay.
Okay.
I think two are there, which are 8-9-digit numbers. Okay. So, same method you have to follow, even if you have an 8-digit number or a 9-digit number, the same method we guys are going to follow. Okay. But those are way too lengthy.
Ma'am,
Yes, Isma.
can
Yes,
we follow
Isma.
this division method when we want to get like lengthy numbers like 6 or 8 or 9 digits? Because if we do factorization method, we will have to draw a very big chart in the exam paper.
You can follow the division method or the prime factorization method, anything you can follow. It's up to you, okay? But more we use prime factorization because it's simpler. For the bigger numbers also, mostly prime factorization is used. Division, when it's specified to use division, we guys use division, okay? That's how it happens. Now, let's take one more example and solve it. This is, I'm taking now a 4-digit number, okay? Let's take a 4-digit number. Suppose we take 2304. Okay. Step one, make two pairs starting from the back. That is units place. 04 is one pair and 23 is second pair. Okay. Now let's change the format.
Square
Two,
root.
yes, big square root.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one, no, the first pair is 23. So we have to take a number that is square either less than 23. Okay, the number is 4. 4
Yes.
square is 16. So we take 4.
Yes. Yes. Very good. We will take 4. So 4 squares. So 4 into 4. Okay. 16 I'm writing. Subtract 16 from 23.
7.
7.
7.
7. Yes. Now add 4 to the side also. Plus 4.
8.
8. So 8. Now after 8, I put a dash because in the dash we are going to write such a number that will divide 704. Now because 04 is one pair, we copy both of them down together. Okay, that is 0 and together. Okay. Now After 8, what number should I put that when I multiply it with itself, I will get 704? Okay, let's
Ma'am,
check
8.
it out. 8, okay. 88 into 8. 8 are 64, 4, 6, 64 plus 6, 70. Yes, right, I'm getting 704. Okay, so here I will put 8 and here I will put 8. 704 subtracted and 0. So 48 is the square root of 2304. If I do 48 times 48, I will get 2304. Okay. If I had more digits after it, I would have added 8 again here. Okay. So what it would have become? 88 plus 8.
What, ma'am?
88 plus 8,
It would have become
96.
96.
Yes. And then we would have had another number here. We would have taken it down and then do it. Okay. So this is how you solve. I will move on
Keep
to,
increasing the numbers, ma'am.
sorry.
You keep increasing the numbers.
Yes, you keep increasing the numbers. Okay. So I hope till here it's clear to you.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Abraham.
Yes, ma'am, and I've copied it.
Okay.
Ma'am, but why do you
So
put an X at the back at the end?
you can put a 0 at the end or you can put an X to the end. Means that it's over. Okay. Means nothing is left.
Thank you.
Okay. So you can put a 0 also and you can put an X also. Let's take a 6-digit number now. 29, 05, 21. Yes, so one pair of 21, one pair of 05, and one pair of 29. 3 pairs we have in this one. Okay, so let's do the format. 29, 05, 21. So 29 we have. So what number should I take that is smaller than 29, but it is a perfect square?
Five,
Check
ma'am.
from this table.
5 into 5.
Yes, 5 into 5. 5 here into 5 here. 25. Subtract 9 minus by 4. So 4. 5 I will add up to the side also. Plus 5. 10. And the space of 1 here. Now 05 is my second pair. Okay, because it is pair, I will take both 0 and 5 together in pair. Okay, so 0, 5. Now, after 1, 0, what number should I put that will be lesser than 405? Okay, so if I do 1, 0,
555. 10.
5, okay, let's see. This is bigger. Let's take 4.
I'm bigger.
This is also big. Bigger.
Ma'am,
Let's take 3.
103. 103.
Till 3 is not bigger.
Yes. Yes. 309 I'm getting. So let's take 3. 3 here. 3 on the top. Okay, so 309. Subtract it. 405 minus 309.
Ma'am, 96.
Yes, 96. Okay, now take the next two digits down. Next pair is 21. So I will take 21 down. 2, 1. Now just 103, add 3 to the side. What I will get? I will get
106.
06. Now after 6, what number should I put? That will divide my 9621. What number should I put that will divide it fully?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, 7.
ma'am, ma'am, no, ma'am. Ma'am, 7 doesn't
Anything?
divide. Ma'am, try with 9. Try with 9. Try with 9.
We have 9621. Okay. So 9 is that number. When I do 1069 into 9, I will get 9621. Okay, so put 9 here. 1 minute. Yes. Put 9 here and write 9621 here. Cancel. You'll get 0. Okay, so and 9 at the top also here. So 539 is my number, which is the square root of 290521. Okay, 539 into 539 will give me 290521. Okay, so even if you have a 3-digit, 4-digit, 5-digit, 6, 7, 8, or 9-digit numbers, you gotta use this same method. Okay, this thing continues. This part gets continues. Okay, if it were more, we would have done 106 plus 9 plus 9, then written up the number, then added one more dash to it. Okay, like this it continues. Okay, I hope it's clear to you guys.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
what if it's continuing forever?
It will not continue forever because we have the numbers have a limit. Okay, even if it is a 9-digit number, even if it is a 9-digit number, at one point we will able to get a 0 at the end. Yeah, at one point we will be able to get a 0 at the end. So it will end. Okay, when we have the square root, it will end with a 0. Okay, so that this is how you do. Let's division method. Okay, so today we finished off with the square root, finding the square root with both methods. There's factorization with division. Okay, tomorrow I'm planning for a short session to finish off this chapter, finishing the cube root part.
Ma'am, what is the homework?
Homework, finish up till 1 second. Let me just see.
Ma'am, how long is tomorrow's session going to be?
Um, Probably 30 to 40 minutes. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Homework is finish up till your exercise 3.4. Okay. Exercise 3.4. Finish up till there. Okay. And it's okay. You don't have to do it in one day itself. You can take your time. Take 2 days. Take the weekend. You guys have the weekend. Okay. And then finish it up. Then you can ask me your queries. Okay. Till exercise 3.4. Okay. Also, we guys have some problem questions based on this thing only, based on the square root. Okay. So I want you guys to check them out today. Okay. Check out the examples. Check out the examples. on square root today. Okay, and then I'll explain them tomorrow as well, and then you can find out the problem questions based on square root. All right. Hope you guys have written this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, finished.
Okay, okay. So, okay, that's all for math class today. We will continue in the next class. Bye, Edric. I'll see you then.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Anaya and Abraham, we are going to have a science class right now. So please stay back, okay? 2 minutes break and then we will continue with the science class.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. 2 minutes break, then we will continue. Hi guys, I hope you guys are fine. I hope you are there.
Ma'am, I was ready to draw this chart of the class to be.
What's this?
Ma'am, this is the chart of today's class. Ma'am, I was able to draw this one.
Okay, you were able to draw it this way. No problem. It's okay. You can draw it that way, or you can draw it normally also. Okay, like in one paper, divide the page into two parts, and then on the upper part, you can do one question, the lower is the second question, like that also.
Mama, taking a break. You have to eat your lunch. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yes. So for the test, Abraham, little bit I need you to work on your spellings, okay? Need you to work on your spellings. Okay, I haven't deducted marks in this test because you have given me diagrams also in each question. Yes, so that's why I haven't really cut marks for the spellings. But see, when you are learning, okay, when you are trying to understand the chapter, when you find a hard word, difficult spelling, what you can do, you can break it into parts and then learn it. Okay, like suppose it's paramecium. Okay, so you can like say para P-A-R-A, Nesium, me, M-E, then Cium, C-I-U-M. Okay, so paramecium, you can break them down and learn it. Okay, like that. Suppose it's component, break it out, component. Okay, C-O-M-P-O, compo, N-E-N-T, nent. Okay, like this, you can break it in parts and then learn the spelling. Okay, if you just do this twice, the spelling will be set in your mind. Okay? Twice it's right. You will be able to remember it when you're writing the paper. Okay, like that. Also, this time there's a lot of improvement. I'm really happy with you guys, the way you guys have done the paper. Good work, especially with the diagrams. Okay, and where I have deducted marks mostly is the length of the answers. Okay, the length of the answers I have deducted. There was one question, okay, in which I will tell you there were two questions mostly in which you guys were confused. So I wanted to discuss that with you guys. Just 1 minute. One question I gave on the classification of plants. What are the two types of classifications on of plants? Explain in detail. This was the question. And classification are of like two types, okay? That is, this is the first type. This is the first type on the basis of height of plants and trees. Okay, because it was a 6 marker question, 6 marks question, lengthy question. You guys had to first write there are two types of classifications. First on the basis of height of plants and trees, and the second one on the basis of different functions and parts. This is the second type of classification on which plants are classified. Okay. Then the first classification, you guys have to explain that there are herbs, shrubs, trees. Then the second part, you guys have to explain there is root, then there is stem, there is leaves, okay, and flower. Okay, that is on their parts and their functions. Okay, first on the basis of height and their size. Second is on the basis of their parts and their functions. Okay, so these were the two classifications and their explanation. Okay, like that. Then, if I would have asked just explain the classification of plants, you guys can write any of it. You can write the first. You could have written the first classification, that is on the basis of their height, etc. Or you could have written the second one. But the question was that explain the two type. What are the two types of classification? That is both I'm asking. Okay, so that's how you guys can answer. Then I asked this one that human skeleton system. I asked, okay, what are the components of human skeleton system? In that, these are all the components. You have bones and rib cage, vertebral column, and girdle and arms. Okay. If you've written bones, I have given marks. Okay. So for a 4 marker question, you guys have written bones of skull, I've given marks. Vertebral column, I've given marks. Okay. But you guys have to also have to write rib cage and girdle and arms also. Okay, this is whole thing is all these four are the components of skeleton system. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, I wrote bones, ligaments, cartilages, and joints.
Yes. Even on joints, I have given marks. Okay. Even
Ma'am,
if you've written
I wrote
joints.
bones, joints, and a vertebral column.
Okay. All right. So this question also I deducted marks because for the 4 marker, I needed all these 4 points. Okay. If you've written joints, I have given marks in that also. Okay. Because girdle and arms are joints only. Okay. This I have considered your joints and I have given marks. You guys also had to mention rib cage, vertebral column, bones of the skull, all of that. Okay. So that way.
I didn't write a
So
rib cage.
yes, wooden road reference. Then differentiate the difference between I it was a 3 marks question and I gave marks on the basis of the points that you guys have written. Okay. If you've written just 2 differences, I gave two, 3 differences, then three. Okay. Like
Which
that I have
question was
marked.
this, ma'am?
Check out the question number. I don't remember. It is the difference between cartilage and bones.
Oh,
Okay, Abraham has written four points, right, Abraham?
that's question 8, ma'am.
Yes, in question. So I have deducted marks in points. Okay, like if it is a 5 marker question, at least 5 points you guys should write. Okay, 3 marks question, so 3 points should be there. 2 marks question, 2 points should be there. Okay, like that. We people have to write it. Okay, in points, elaborate answers. Lengthy question is there, then you guys can give the diagram also. You can make a diagram. If 2 parts are there in that, you can make a small flow chart. Like this thing has 2 types. Like I explained in the math class today, like I did. This can be done with 2 methods. First is this side, it's the factorization, and this side is the division. Right. So that way you can explain. Um, except the paper was very good this time. You guys answered very well. Okay, really well. I'm happy with your performances. Okay, give it a revision. And next week we will be taking, I'm contemplating right now on a quiz or a test. Okay, I'll let you know. Quiz, yes, a quiz, verbal quiz. Okay, so I'll let you know whatever it's planned. I'll decide by the end of the test week to let you know for it the next week. I'll decide and I'll let you know if it will be a quiz or a test. Okay. Maybe a quiz also. I'm thinking to keep a quiz. It's fun. Okay. So let's move on to materials that we were studying. Materials chapter, types of materials.
Ma'am, what about the marks for the math paper? And
I will check it. Okay. I will check it probably by today or surely by tomorrow. I'll check it.
Ma'am,
Well,
yesterday you had given what homework had you given us? 6.1, ma'am.
Yes, Anaya. 6.1. Yes. So mixtures. We studied about mixtures. We studied about solvent, solute, and solution. Today we will study about what are the methods with which you can separate the mixtures. Means when a lot of things come together, by what method you can separate them. Okay. So this is hand picking. Now you guys must have noticed or seen that when our mothers make dal at home, okay, they first pick it. Like they see like if there is any stone or little things in that, or to separate rice or dal and pulses, okay, to separate
Ma'am, that
small
doesn't happen
stones.
anymore, right? I mean, like, they separate it and sell it. That used to
Now
happen
they
before.
separate. Yes, now they separate and sell it, but it used to happen before. But yes, not right now, not in my place also, not right now, but yes, earlier they used to do hand picking. Okay, earlier they used to hand pick if there are small stones are there sometimes in the pulses or in rice, they pick with hand and separate them. Okay, so these impurities can be removed easily by picking with hands. The quantity of such impurities is usually not very large, they are in very small quantity. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, now is it done by robots? Now is it
No,
done?
it's not done by no, not it. It's not done by robots. Um, Machines are used, okay, different methods are used, but here it's not done by robots. Okay, yes, it's coming, like it is developing in such a way, like if you see restaurants in foreign countries, robots are there as waiters, okay, and
Yes, I've
cleaners.
seen any videos.
Yes, so robots are there as waiters, as cleaners. Okay, so it's developing, but not in India right now. Outside, it's developing. Then the quantity of such impurities is usually not very large. In such situations, we find that removal of these impurities by hand is a convenient method. Thus, the method of separation of impurities from mixture of solid material is known as hand picking. Okay, picking up with hand. Then we have threshing. You must have seen that wheat or paddy crops are dried in the sun after harvesting. Stalks of the crop are kept as bundles. Each bundle has hundreds of stalks of grain seeds attached to it. To remove the grain seed stalks are beaten. To remove the grain seed stalks are beaten by the farmers. This process is known as threshing. Sometimes threshing is done with the help of bullocks. Nowadays, machines are also being used for threshing. Okay, you must have seen like in some videos in the village areas, they take the bundles of the crops and they beat it on the land. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
to separate it. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, in the Bible it also mentions the threshing floor.
Bible also mentions threshing floor. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So threshing, they take it, beat it on the floor like this to separate it. Okay, then this method is known as threshing. Okay, machines are also used nowadays by threshing. Then we have another method that is known as winnowing. Okay, now the method of separating both the components of a mixture by wind is called winnowing. Winnowing is used to separate heavier and lighter components of a mixture by wind or blowing air. Okay, like that, like women, they take this, lift it up, they lift the tray kind of thing up, okay, and shake it. Okay, so that the lighter thing that is unwanted, it flows with the wind, and what we want, the heavier thing, it falls down and collects into a pile on the floor. Okay, lighter things are carried away with the dust. The heavier ones that we need that they collect on the floor. Okay, this is method is known as winnowing. This method is commonly used by farmers to separate husk particles from the seeds of grain. Okay, then sieving. You know that we use a sieve to remove the bran that may be present in the flour. Sieve Sieving allows the fine flour particles to pass through the holes of the sieve, while the bigger impurities remain on the sieve. Okay, the fine um powder, okay, the fine flour is that comes out on the other side of the sieve, and the impurities are there, which are slightly bigger because sieve has very small pores. Okay, very small pores it has. Okay, so only the fine powder passes through. The rest, it is it gets contained on that surface of the sieve. Okay. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, the catch. My question is, ma'am, what is brand? What is brand?
Bran is little particles. Okay, that comes in with the flour, with the flour. Okay, little particles that comes in with the flour. Okay, could be small like hay like thing or small pebbles. Okay, like that. So similarly, you may have also noticed large-sized sieves being used at construction sites to separate pebbles and stones from sand. Okay, so large-sized sieves are also used when we in construction. Sand is needed, cement, sand. There's a mixture of that which is used. So to have a fine sand, to have fine sand, they use big size sieves like this. Okay, so that is stones and pebbles collect here. Stones and pebbles collect here, and fine sand comes here. It's separate. Okay, and we have this is separation of bran from the flour using sieve. Okay, then we have the next method that is sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. Okay, sometimes it may not be possible to separate components of a mixture by above mentioned methods. 1 minute. Just give this a read for 1 minute.
I do this a lot now when I help my mother in the kitchen. I usually wash the rice or the dal or sometimes vegetables and all that stuff.
Okay.
We'll
Okay,
use
here.
some
Let's
water
try.
to wash
Mm-hmm.
the rice and the.
Yes, that's right now. So this process is sedimentation, decantation, and filtration. These impurities are removed by washing with water. Okay, like lighter impurities like dust and soil particles in rice, pulses, or green leafy vegetables are there. We can remove them by washing them with water and then draining that water. By adding water, rice grains settle down and dust or soil gets mixed with water. When the heavier component in a mixture settles down after water is added to it, this process is called sedimentation. Okay? When the heavier component in a mixture settles down after water is added to it, process is called sedimentation. When the water along with dust is removed, this process is called decantation. This is called decantation. Okay. So when Anaya adds water to the rice and the rice settles down at the bottom, it is called sedimentation. Okay. When she washes it nicely and then drains out the water and the dust is removed with the water, that thing is known as decantation. Okay. Now, on the basis of your observation, find out some of the mixture that can be separated out using this method. Then, same method is also used for separating a mixture of oil and water. Okay, mixture of two liquids that do not mix with each other is allowed to stand for some time. Means that the oil, suppose this is my water, okay, this is my water, and oil floats on it. Okay, so this is allowed to stand for some time. Means that this is my container. Okay, it is left to stand like that. Okay, they form two separate layers. The component that forms the top layer can be separated by decantation. Okay, think again. Is it possible to separate tea leaves from prepared tea? Try decantation. You will find that some tea leaves still remain in your tea. If you try this out with tea, some tea leaves will come with the when we pour out tea. When we pour the tea through a strainer, all the tea leaves in the strainer and the tea is the tea filtered out. This process is called filtration. Okay. Now, when we use strainer, we pour the tea leaves get collected in the strainer, and the tea comes out that is without any tea leaves. Okay, so that thing is known as filtration. Okay, a filter paper is used to separate microscopic impurities present in water. Filter paper is one such paper that has very fine pores in it. It allows pure water to pass through it, and minute particles present in the water remain on the filter paper. Okay, suppose this is filtration tube. In here, filter paper is placed. Okay, here your filter paper is placed in a cone shape. So when they pour water, your small microscopic means very small impurities they collect at the filter paper, and this water comes out filtered. Okay, filtered water. Okay, because the filter paper has very small pores, so very small impurities they get collected on it, and the rest of the water comes down, which is filtered. Fruit and vegetable juices are also prepared by this method. Similarly, filtration method is also used to separate cheese from liquid materials. Okay, then we have evaporation. This is an activity you can try out. Okay, and then this is how salt is formed. Okay, how salt is formed. The process of conversion of water vapor into its liquid form is called condensation. In nature, the process of evaporation and condensation takes place continuously. The process of obtaining salt from seawater involves evaporation. Okay, seawater is allowed to stand in shallow pits. Water gets heated by sunlight. Okay, like see, shallow means less deep pits are there, and seawater is left in those pits below sunlight. Okay, these are like pits, and your seawater is left in those pits under the sunlight. Now, what happens? The water, because sun is there, due to the heat of the sun, the water evaporates. Okay, the water evaporates from the pits, and on the bottom, salt is collected. Okay, in those pits. salt is collected. So common salt is then obtained and then it is processed. That is, further purification takes place in the factory. Okay, it's processed, purification takes place, and then the salt that we use is obtained. Okay, so with this, we have finished with the chapter already. Wow, I wasn't expecting. So we have finished with this chapter. Okay, very simple chapter it was. Give this a read and finish up exercise 6.2 today. Homework. Okay, and try out the back questions of this chapter. Let's show. Okay, the back questions also of this chapter. If there is any doubt, you guys can ask me. Any doubt till here now in this chapter? Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, I don't have any doubt.
Okay, Abraham, anything you want to ask?
I was just gonna ask you that. Oh, when is the next test?
Next test, I will update you. Okay, I'll
Okay.
put in the group. Yes, when is the next test or a quiz? I'll share it. Okay. Okay, then I'll see you
What
guys
about when will the results come for yesterday's test paper?
probably by today, or if not today, then definitely by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. See you guys then. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Okay. Bye. Bye. Bye.